we all tired at the potholes in Selma? Of course. Is it wise to add more tax to the existing taxes already in place to fix this problem? Let's take a look at Selma's pothole problems and the mayor's proposed solutions. The city of Selma's current gas tax is 4 cents per gallon. The mayor and some of the city council wants to add an additional 5 cents to that existing 4 cents, which would make Selma one of the poorest income earning cities in the state, one of the highest taxed cities in the state for gas. For a little background on the first 4 cents gas tax, we have to look at its beginning in 1986. It was passed for the purpose of supporting and paying for law enforcement. That was the intent of the state when it allowed cities to apply and add their own gas tax to the state and federal gas tax already in place. The problem began because the city did not earmark the money to be used as it was supposed to be. Sound familiar? The money was not used in the manner that it was sold to the public, but instead became a slush fund for many political wants. Fast forward to today, we have the mayor and a few council members asking once again to trust them to use the new proposed 5 cent gas tax the way they have sold it to the citizens. The mayor came before the people and told them that with this 5 cent gas tax, the city would collect enough money to pay for borrowing $25 million to fix the roads, and that the city could build its own asphalt plant to have asphalt to prepare the roads, something that is illegal for a city to do. He claimed the city would earmark this money to only use it for road repair. But as the ordinance was written and presented to be voted on, there are lots of different wordings now. The first mentioning of this proposal had both the original 4 cent tax combined with the new 5 cent gas tax, to be used to pay for the new $25 million loan to pay for street repair. What the ordinance says is completely different. It is only earmarked 49% of the tax for street repair. That is the new 5 cent tax, leaving the original 4 cents tax. You remember, the one that was not used as originally promised, as money to be used for anything the politicians want. Unrestricted. Gas stations do not make their living off selling gas. Surprised? Gas stations make the money needed to stay in business from selling goods from inside their stores. These owners are overwhelmingly opposed to the new gas tax because they realize that customers will drive out of the city limits to buy their gas to save that 5 cents per gallon. And that takes them away from their stores and buying their goods, in which the city collects sales tax from. These store owners are scared that their businesses will close, leaving them without incomes and their employees without jobs. When the city realized that people were so against the 5 cent tax, they came back with a 3 cent tax proposal to add to the original 4 cent tax that was never used as promised, thinking that this is a better solution that the people would support. The citizens nor the businesses are buying that one either. Bottom line is, the stores are scared that the new tax proposals will put them out of business, and the poorest city in the state will now have the highest gas tax burden on them. And the politicians will now have more money to mismanage. A better solution might be for the politicians to use the original 4 cent gas tax that was never used as intended to use to repair the roads. There are many other inaccuracies that the mayor has stated on the gas tax proposal he has made, like once the state applies its gas tax, the cities would not ever be able to act on taxes after that. Something else that is not true. Don't be fooled by politicians saying it for your own good or for the good of the city, when these same politicians have not cut out all the wasteful spending from its budgets and only wants the new money to cover for them mismanaging the rest of the city's money. My name's Sarah, and I'm just shooting it straight.